The long walk to freedom has just begun. The passion for revolutionary, progressive, democratic change is on the crescendo. The torpedoing of the hawks, vampires, and monsters, and the conservative, elitist, reactionary force is no longer a dream. Our yearning to good life, for the common good, for the greater majority, has now been given virile erection. With this, I say to you, Merry Christmas in advance and a Happy New Year. I remain Comrade Rex Ekubo Anigoro, the spokesman to the Center Point and the Director of Publicity for the Great AGEGE Ogbaru Sunshine Campaign Organization. Indeed, when on Tuesday, 7th December 2010, at the Osubu Strip, where the mammoth crowd witnessed the triumphant entry of Great AGEGE Ogbaru to Delta State, it was nothing but a new beginning. In fact, Warri stood still. Delta stood still. It was a thunderbolt. It was a tsunami. It was a referendum. Delta spoke, and they spoke loud and clear. There is no argument. There is no debate. What Deltas want is so clear. You cannot imagine the crowd, the mammoth crowd, the sea of heads that came to welcome this heroic son of Delta. The crowd, the people who took upon themselves to put resources together to welcome, to say to Great AGEGE Ogbaru, good son of Delta State, welcome home. We have never seen a kind of this. Ogbaru is a populist, is the people's choice. To me, there's no argument anymore. We are waiting for the elections to come and go, and Great AGEGE Ogbaru announced as the governor of Delta State. Why do I say so? When the despicable Emmanuel UDUAGHAN came to Delta State with a rented crowd of hungry, poverty-stricken Deltans whom he now brought out, using the tool of hunger, using the tool of divide and rule to gather, and gave them 2,000 each. He thought Deltas have said yes, but he was so demystified. You could imagine they went to the Delta television to say, never you take any jingle, never you take any announcement on Great AGEGE Ogbaru anymore. And this was marshaled by no other person than that moribund surrogate known as Omajeba, the misinformation commissioner of Delta State, who was so disturbed, who was so perturbed that Great AGEGE Ogbaru came to Delta State and took the shine out of them. You cannot legislate truth. You cannot legislate freedom. You cannot put the people in darkness for too long and think the people will not revolt. This is the revolt of the masses. The masses have said, Great AGEGE Ogbaru is the man we need. Yes, Great AGEGE Ogbaru was born on the 10th of April 1958. He was born to the great family of Ogbaru from Abraka in Delta State, and Okolosha also in Delta State from the Delta North. In other words, Great AGEGE Ogbaru is the son of both the Delta North and also the son of the Delta Central. Not just the son of Delta North and son of Delta Central, the wife, who is an Ijaw, also comes from Bayelsa State and also from Delta State, which means is also a bona fide son of Delta South. Great AGEGE Ogbaru has often said that never again will ethnicity be used as a tool to choose who should represent data state, but competence, the capacity to lead debtors out of the brigandage that has been perpetrated on them for over 11 years. And I say to you, Great AGEGE Ogboru has the best program for debtor state. And I say this with all sense of responsibility. Great AGEGE Ogboru have said that yes, merit and merit reward system will be the order of the day, not where you employ 1,000 people for a job and you ask them to pay 10,000 naira for forms, and after paying 5,000, 10,000, 2,000, 1,000, they never get the job. Oh, what a fraud! What a fraud! A situation whereby people go to look for employment and they pay 120,000 and yet do not get the employment. Oh, it's a shame. That is what UDUAGHAN illegal government has done to debtor state. Ogboru is saying, yes, there is going to be opportunity for debtor tourism to thrive. Not the one, our brother who has shamed himself, Mofe Damijo, who choose to work with this Satanist, a man who was clearly under him, whom he should have rejected, who has led him to a cul-de-sac now. Oh, it's a pain. A man of moral rectitude. Why did you choose to work with him? Debtor musicians, debtor actors, debtor comedians, debtor filmmakers, debtor marketers have been under so much pain. All the tourist attractions in debtor state have not been given any boost. It is a shame. But here is AGEGE Ogboru saying, debtor state artists, we have opportunity to train other younger ones and to give economic value to even their trade. That is even at that. What about civil servants? Civil servants will not have a sense of belonging. There are going to be schemes for them that will ensure that they even can afford good housing and live the good life. They will come to work, they will get paid, and their services will count. And where you have such exceptional services done, you will be recognized, and so you also will receive your reward. Our doctors will never go on strike. They will be upgraded all of the way, ensuring that the so-called hospitals we have now truly become hospitals and not death centers. And nurses will be happier for it. What about the security agencies? There will be zero tolerance for criminality in debtor. There will be no opportunity for even the sons and daughters of debtor to be engaged in criminality, because they will be duly engaged. Look at the streets. Look at debtor state. You do not even have where waste is even dumped. Waste are dumped on people's sites, dumped on people's farmland. Debtor state do not even have environmental waste space. And I wonder why this has continued to go on. Let UDUAGHAN come and show us where debtor state waste management, or where the waste in debtor state go to. Today, our waterways are now the places where they dump their waste. Our fishermen can no longer fish. Our farmers can no longer farm. A situation whereby universal basic education is not given priority, yet entertainment, drinking of alcohol and all of that, and frivolous merriment take place at the expense of the education of our children. It will no longer be the same again. There is going to be policy statements that will allow even small-scale businesses to thrive. Look at the industries. Look at bended glass. Is not functioning. What is Ogboru saying? That industries will function in debtor state. It will not be a situation whereby you see the stiffening of our economic rights. Ogboru is saying there will be an expansion of our economic rights. There will be opportunity for us to be able to access critical funds from the institutions that are empowered to do so. What stops us from being able to have businesses that thrive? Look at our sportsmen. They are not adequately rewarded. Look at our children. Look at everywhere. It is so much sorrow, tears, and blood that UDUAGHAN has perpetrated. But Ogboru is changing this, because a referendum has already been made, and debtors, by their heroic welcome to Ogboru, has shown that this is the man we want to work for. However, we know they are spoilers. There is one man known as Augustine Ovie Omuagege. Augustine Ovie Omuagege pretends to be a Democrat. He is not. Augustine Ovie Omuagege is one and same like UDUAGHAN. Augustine Ovie Omuagege is an ex-convict. Augustine Ovie Omuagege is a common criminal who always come in to be used to deceive the good people of Delta State. He always come in with promises and hope, and this time he is doing it again. He has been doing political prostitution, moving from one political party to another. Augustine Ovie Omuagege said he wants to run for governorship. Let Augustine Ovie Omuagege show us where and how he amassed the wealth that he has got to, if not for the fact that he has stolen alongside his master James Onanefe Ibori. Augustine Omuagege has been shown by the Californian bar to be one man who does not have morality, just like UDUAGHAN. He is fighting today to become governor, so desperate, just like UDUAGHAN, because they want to protect and preserve James Onanefe Ibori's political dynasty and hold over Delta State. And now he claims that he is not the candidate of the Republican Party of Nigeria. How can you become a candidate when all you do is to usurp due process? Ovie Omuagege is a shame. He has been there when James Ibori has been pilfering the wealth of Delta State. He succeeded, no other person but this other criminal known as UDUAGHAN. And when he was there, he saw all the fraud taking place, but he kept his eyes shut. And now he has pretended to be a Democrat and thinks Delta should be fooled. In fact, Emmanuel UDUAGHAN and Omuagege must join their master Ibori and go to jail. It is only great AGEGE Agbaru who has been in the trenches fighting for the impoverished people of Delta State, who has not had his hand tainted. I know, and I challenge UDUAGHAN, I challenge Omuagege to produce documents to tell us if great AGEGE Agbaru has been involved in any kind of fraud. I am so disappointed that people want to gain power by all means. Let us see how you do that. And I know already they are working through Philip Umwedi in INEC. Philip Umwedi was the one who announced petitions elections in 2007. Omuagege was part of all of that. Emmanuel UDUAGHAN was all part of that. Elections were being announced without figures. How can you announce elections result without figures? How do you do so? Was it not Omuagege that campaigned for Emmanuel UDUAGHAN?